The last year a line comes out, they really go swinging for the fences. It's happened every single time. Usually what happens though is we miss out on figures because retailers start to see the wind down and we don't get the last waves at mass retail. Sometimes they're at closeout, sometimes they end up in Europe. With the global market now, I think we can get our hands on those. But thankfully, most of the stores are still supporting the McFarlane line, and the newest wave of Collector Edition really knocks it out of the park. It fills in a little bit of gaps. It gives us figures we've been asking for, and frankly, it's one of the best waves of the year. So let's take a quick look at what's in the wave. So for me, the weakest figure of the wave is the Freddy Freeman figure. Reason being, he's just there. No wired cape, but it is rooted, so it won't go anywhere. You're not going to lose it. It's not going to fall off the figure like a lot of other companies will do. He comes with lightning effects. They look cool, but it's the same lightning effects we've gotten for years. There's nothing different there. But he starts to round out a team. Now, I just really hope that they get to Mary Marvel before the end of the line. If not, I think a lot of us are going to be getting the DC Direct one just because. And I mean, I still have my DC collectible ones and she's shorter, so I'm rambling. Not a bad figure. Not the hit of the wave for me. Supergirl was, I think, also like second from the bottom. Not because she's bad. And yes, this is the Platinum. I picked it up at Boom Tube. And the regular. So you get early Supergirl. You get 80s Supergirl. I wish instead of an extra faceplate, they gave us an extra set of hair. Because the hair would have made the big difference in this figure. Because you could have taken this figure and this figure and had two different versions of Supergirl. But really what you get is two faceplates or two different heads. The hair system is like we've seen before, so it peels off and then goes back on. It's fine, but if they give us different hair, we could have had the curly hair, big hair from the 80s and given us the Crisis look. And then we could have got a first appearance that would go really good with our Legion figures. So, again, not the worst figure, not the strongest figure. Those are coming up. So, there's those two. This was the sleeper hit for me. I was not expecting to like Vigilante. And even though, yeah, the Platinum is more of his classic look, this version, it does what it needs to do for me. It doesn't bother me. You'll see from the pictures. He's loaded out. He comes with a Bowie knife, a hatchet, two revolvers, a lasso, and like a rifle. It's really good. And the mask doesn't untie. Like a lot of companies, I think they would get lazy and have it tied. It's sewn together. So you don't have to worry about moving it around. And it does come off and on if you need to. It can go down. He's got a really good face sculpture, portrait there. So this was a surprise hit for me. He might be one of my favorites. The one thing I will say, and you're going to hear this again from me in a minute, the weapons, the handles are way too big for his grips, and these hands aren't soft plastic. So it takes a lot of maneuvering to get these weapons into his hands. I will say that. That's the one drawback for him. That's the only complaint I have about this figure. And I really thought he was just going to be a throwaway figure. I was just going to toss him in a bin and, you know, put him in the background. He's going to be a standout figure for me. So really happy with the way he came out. Now, the last two are a toss-up for me because honestly, I really wanted one of them. I so wanted the other one because of my own personal feelings, but they're both, I think they're the top two of the wave. And in no particular order, I'm just going to do this because I am not a fan of Jack Nicholson's Joker. I know you can complain in the comments all you want. I think the Tim Burton '89 Batman is one of the worst Batman movies ever made. That being said, I got sucked into getting most of the Batman movie figures. It started because they had a Chris O'Donnell Robin, and it just went downhill from there. So I picked up this guy. Yes, it's not a Jack Nicholson sculpt, but I'll be damned. With the hat on, I don't think you can say it's not him. That's fine. Without the hat on, I see the softer sculpt to it because he comes with a removable hairpiece. But it looks really good. And the neck kind of poses so you can kind of give him like a sideways kind of like, Joker look. It's a really cool thing. He comes with a lot of accessories. Same problem with Vigilante. His hands and the weapons handles, two totally different sizes. In fact, mine broke in switching out the guns. The arm peg actually, let's see if we can see that. No, probably not. Let's see. We'll do the old hand thing. No, it still won't focus because it's so small. But this part of the hand, this peg, actually snapped in half. So I can get the hand back in, but every time I try to do anything with it, it pops right off. So it did crack. So be careful when you're switching out the weapons because the handles are just way too big. And these hands, even if you heat them up, they're not the kind of plastic that are going to bend the way you want them to. It's a much harder plastic. But soft coat, lots of posing, lots of possibilities, really fun figure. So I'm glad I have them, just for completing line. And I'm going to be honest with you, it was rumored at first he was going to be a gold label figure, and having him in the collector's line gives you more accessories. Not only that, I feel like it was McFarlane's final ditch effort at saying, okay, you want to take away the license from us? Fuck you. We're going to put out a figure that no one has been able to do ever. So in other ways, but not in this scale, not at mass retail. So I applaud McFarlane's design team for getting that done. I think the final figure in the wave and the one that everybody was the most excited about was the Black Canary. Now, I've seen some bro YouTube channels that just like to complain about the face sculpts on this one. She has 3 removable face plates. So you've got smirking, you've got stoic, and then you've got screaming. They're fine. I mean, these guys need to take a look at themselves in the mirror when they're talking about the way that women look. It's really pathetic at this point for them to be complaining about a woman's portrait. It's just, I don't know. Anyway, getting back to the figure. Real fishnets, soft good coat. I think that the shorts are plastic, but they feel almost soft goodsy compared to these other pieces. It's a really good figure. The only thing that would have made this better, the only thing, is if they, instead of all the extra hands, because they gave her a ton of extra hands and 3 faceplates, if they had just given her 1 faceplate, or 2 faceplates, 1 screaming, 1 normal, and then an effect, I think that would have knocked it out of the park. But it is what it is. It's going to look great. We need a classic Green Arrow now, and we'll be good. So overall, great wave. Really good wave. Few little issues here and there, nothing major. So if you have a chance, pick them up. I haven't seen them at regular retail. I think GameStops have been getting a few. Got most of these direct from McFarlane because I had coupons and it brought down the price of these. And I picked up the rest of BoomTube Comics here in Southington. So, visit your local comic shop, support them if you can. And yeah, I mean, if I was going to pick up any, Nicholson and Vigilante and Black Canary are my top 3 of the wave. The other ones are great. They fill in holes. They're really good figures. There's nothing majorly wrong with them. But the winners of this wave are definitely the Vigilante, Joker, and Black Canary. We'll have more reviews soon. And remember to follow us on here. Subscribe to the channel. We do shows every Saturday night. And make sure you head over to TikTok and Instagram, everywhere. We're Caster's Corner everywhere. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you with the next review.